Hey, this is Ronald Jefferson with another topics video. This is from one of my favorite websites all of a sudden, nowtheendbegins.com. I did get this from raptureready.com. It's an interesting article. I thought it's shocking to me that, this came out, but let's read it. Roman Catholic Archbishop Maria Vigano says that Pope Francis is fulfilling the Revelation prophecy of the coming Synagogue of Satan, which the Synagogue of Satan is not a prophecy. The Synagogue of Satan, when Jesus spoke of it, was something that was present at least 2,000 years ago. He said those who are of the Synagogue of Satan, who call themselves Jews but are not, but are of the Synagogue of Satan, not will be of a Synagogue of Satan, but are of the Synagogue of Satan, so-called Jews. In his first testimony, Archbishop Vigano also stated that he informed Cardinal Sandri, along with Cardinal Tassio Bentoni, about Theodore McCarrick's decades-long abuse of priests in seminaries. Wow. Sandri is one of several high-ranking prelates who knew in every detail the situation regarding Cardinal McCarrick, he testified. Archbishop Vigano concludes, the faithful have a right to know those sordid intrigues of a corrupt court. In the heart of the church, we seem to glimpse the approaching shadow of Satan's synagogue, which I believe he may not be. I don't believe all Catholics are really Satanists. No. I do believe those in the Vatican are Satanists. Maybe not all of them, but the elite, and there are, including the Pope. I believe the seat of the Pope is the highest seat of Satan on earth. I believe there are many seats. Some are in Hollywood. Some are the kings of the earth, the princes of the earth, and stuff like that, the queens. But, excuse me. I believe the highest seat is the seat of the Pope, and the Vatican is the most richest institution on this planet. Synagogue of Satan. In a new testimony touching upon the election of the next Pope, Archbishop Maria Vigano has alleged that the cardinal whom Pope Francis recently approved to preside over the next papal conclave was involved in covering up the misdeeds of infamous Legionary of Christ founder Marcel Maisel. I was a Roman Catholic for the first 29 years of my life, until the day I got saved and became a born-again Christian. And I spent the past 10 years in the ministry of Now the End Begins to warn people about the lies and evil foundations of the counterfeit Christian church. So it makes me happy when high-ranking and current serving members of the Roman Catholic Church say things like what you will see in this article that backs me up. And until the angel of the church is sparing aright, these things said the first and the last, which was dead and is alive. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. And that's right from the King James Version, I believe. It says KJB. I don't know what the King James Bible, okay. Revelation 2:8-9, and are the synagogue of Satan, not will be. So they already were around. Archbishop Maria Vigano, who has been warning people about Pope Francis for years now, makes a startling charge that the Pope is a deceiver, a liar, and actively engaged in multiple cover-ups on a variety of levels. Vigano goes so far as to say that the Pope Francis is turning the Roman Catholic Church into the synagogue of Satan. And guess what? He's right. We have previously told you that Vigano exposed the gay mafia in the Roman Catholic Church. Oh, I got to tell Hassan Campbell, there's a gay mafia, not only in Hollywood, but in the Roman Catholic Church, as well as the homosexual network that exists there, and the Pope Francis works to keep it hidden, and he's a part of it. When ye therefore to see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place, whoever readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. Matthew 24:15-18. Regular readers of NTEB are acutely aware that Pope Francis spent all 2019 forming an alliance with Islam, signing a covenant with them, and began to put the framework in place for the coming one world religion of Islam. The Bible tells us in Revelation that the one world religion will have the Roman Catholic Church as its base, and the Antichrist will rule the world from there. In the middle of the time of Jacob's trouble, Antichrist will move to take over Jerusalem and indeed sit on the throne of the rebuilt Jewish temple. This triggers the Matthew 24 warning to the Jews to flee to Selah Petra, where God himself will sustain them supernaturally for 3.5 years. I think he's talking about the Roman Catholic Church being the whore of Babylon. That's what I think it is. And I don't know if the coming one world system will be Chrislam. I think that you can't say what it's going to be. We do know this. It will be satanic. It's going to be a satanic thing. Forget all the cover-ups, man. The Lord says they will worship the beast, and they'll be worshiping the dragon through the beast. The dragon is Satan. The Antichrist is Satan in a body, basically. Satan, he's the image of the dragon. He's the image of Satan. It will be satanic. Forget Chrislam. Forget, it don't matter what the Antichrist say he is. He's a Satanist. Unless he say that. I'm a Satanist. He ain't going to say he's a Satanist. Probably going to say he's a Christian, a Jew, or a Muslim. I'm going to stop. They add a lot of scripture in here. Let me stick to the actual article. Archbishop Maria Vigano, we congratulate you on your keen sense of perception and discernment, and noted that Pope Francis is in the process of creating the Synagogue of Satan. And since you found your way into the book of Revelation, something you see rarely any Catholic do. Wow. Let me offer you another verse from Revelation that will help you as well. In Revelation 17 and 18, the Bible is describing to us the Roman Catholic Church and the Vatican superstructure. And in Revelation 18, quoted above, God gives a warning to all Catholics to flee from the Roman harlot. Yep, they think it's the whore of Babylon. While there is still time, I feel so bad for the Catholics, because they don't even know. They think they the real church, man. And, they're a part of an apostate thing. Not to say they're all going to hell, because I don't believe that. But they're going to have to eventually, the Vatican's eventually going to reveal what it really is. And it's the whore of Babylon. So let me invite you in joining me as an ex-Catholic and to walk in new life with Jesus by becoming born again. The Roman Catholic Church is indeed the Synagogue of Satan, and will become the Synagogue of Satan in the time of Jacob's trouble. Leave while you can. So, in order, I don't agree with that, because it says the Synagogue of Satan are Jews. It don't say they're Catholics. Now, unless all the ones on top are a bunch of Jews, then they're wrong about what they say, that the Catholic Church is the Synagogue of Satan and the whore of Babylon. They just said it was too. So I think they're reaching a little bit. That's not. I agree. The Synagogue of Satan is the secret society that exists today. I believe the Illuminati is a part of that. Not that the Synagogue of Satan is a part of the Illuminati. No, the Illuminati is a part of the Synagogue of Satan, and it's not just Jews. I know when you hear synagogue, you think Jews. It's not just Jews. It's people of all faiths and all colors. And spirits. Our struggles, if you read Ephesians 6:12, it's a spiritual thing. It's really Satan and his angels. From New Life Site News, in a statement released on January 31st entitled, "The Faithful Have the Right to Know," Archbishop Maria Vigano asserts that Pope Francis' confirmation of Cardinal Leonardo Sandri as Vice Dean of the College of Cardinals is a masterpiece of deception. On Saturday, January 25th, the Holy See announced that Pope Francis had confirmed the election of Cardinal Giovanni Battista, RE 86, and Cardinal Leonardo Sandri, 76, as Dean and Vice Dean of the College of Cardinals, respectively. The announcement came 1 month after Cardinal Angelo Sannano, 92, resigned as Dean of the Sacred College. I don't know where that's going. Role of the Dean and Vice Dean. The Dean of the College of Cardinals precedes over the Sacred College when a Pope dies, or in the case of Benedict that the 16th has resigned. The Dean is tasked with communicating to all the Cardinals the Pontiff is passed and summoning them to Rome for a papal conclave. Let's go down. a web of cover-up. In his new statement, Archbishop Vigano recalls his first testimony in August 2018 in order to reiterate that the person chiefly responsible for covering up the misdeeds committed by Maciel was the Secretary of State Cardinal Angelo Sodano. It's all of them. It's not just one or two. The Pope should be mainly blamed, but when it comes to the rest of them, it's all of them. It's not just a couple of them. Unfortunately for him, Sandri has also allowed himself to be involved by Sodano in this operation to cover up Maciel's horrible misdeeds, he adds. I'm going to get more to the Synagogue of Satan stuff. Let me see. Actually, I'm going to end it there. So what do you guys think? This cardinal is accusing the Pope of covering up many things going on in the Vatican. This guy's life may actually be in danger for that. He probably is not a Jesuit. Because the Jesuits, they work for the black Pope, who is the white Pope. The Pope is the black and white Pope. The Jesuits work for him, and they're into trying to unite all the religions. That's what they ain't speak about the Jesuits in this article though, but you should do your research on the Jesuits. I believe Pope Francis is the first Jesuit Roman Catholic Pope. So what do y'all think about the Synagogue of Satan? I don't agree with, I've been studying the Bible for 15 years. I read the book of Revelation probably at least, I've referenced it. I don't know how many times I've referenced it, but I read it back to front at least 30 times in depth. Sometimes reading the sentence over and over again just to grasp what it's trying to say. The Catholic Church, not the Catholic Church, but the Vatican is a part of the Synagogue of Satan. But it's not just the Vatican. I believe their future role, I believe their current role is Mystery Rome. I believe that Mystery Rome will turn into what the Bible calls Mystery Babylon, which Mystery Rome is really Mystery Babylon. All the mysteries go back to Babel, not Babylon. I think if we translated Babylon in the King James Version, if you took that back into the Old Testament, it'll go back to Babel. Because this goes back to Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz, their son. That was the original man, woman, child trinity. It was a black family too, believe it or not, a Hamite family. Nimrod was a black man. That's why I sometimes think the Antichrist will be a black man. They thinking Jew or European or Roman. I'm thinking he might be a black dude. Just saying, because the Nimrod was an Antichrist and he ruled the current world. He was a black dude, so Satan has done that before. Satan, history repeats itself. So what do y'all think? So like, share, and subscribe. This is Ronald Jefferson. Y'all have a great day.